includes white society. But we all know that there's a educational funding discrepancy between white districts and black districts. We do, don't we? All right? That's what I was just done saying. Let's go back. Educational. Hold up. Educational funding differences per district. Right. So look. The federal dollars are included. Just 5 states are spending less than their poorest districts than in their wealthiest. Okay? So we know that this is propaganda. This is the Washington Post, right? Because we all know that black school districts, differences per, let me type that in more specifically, because you know how they do. Black districts underfunded educationally. Now, how was I part of social Darwinism, right? I went to a school, and I enjoyed my high school, right? I went to a school where they did not have enough books for all of us to carry home. So we used to have to partner up, and it used to be like 2 people per book, right? All right, you know what I had to do? I took somebody else's book. I kept all one for each class. I kept all my books in the locker, and I brought somebody else's books to my crib. Because I'd be damned if I'm taking these big ass textbooks from fucking Long Island City all the way back to Southside Jamaica, Queens. I'd be damned if I'm doing that, breaking my back. You know what I mean? You remember how it was? And them big ass bags they used to put on our backs and shit. Expect us to carry them textbooks? Fuck out of here, man. So, and you know what? When I look back at it, yeah, I benefited because my mind is sharp as fuck, right? But that means I had to take food from education from out of somebody else's mouth who come from the same district as me. You understand what I'm saying to you? This shit is real. And this is how they leave us in here to fight amongst each other. I guarantee you, me having taken that opportunity out of another fellow nation member of my people's mouth so I can eat. Sure, I got a great job now, but maybe that person is on the block because they weren't able to. You understand what I'm saying? There's a whole chain of command would go to this shit. Like, look. Trouble linking between school funding and race. So you can check these things out yourself. So is it any wonder why we are dry bones, right? Ezekiel 37. If niggas refuse to wake their minds up, how do you wake your mind up? Start reading. Start critically thinking. Start asking questions. That's the first thing. Just ask critical questions, even if you don't have the answer. Then once you ask the critical questions, you can go about trying to answer them yourself. Right? That's how critical thinkers do. They ask the important questions. That's what I do. The first thing I do is ask the questions. Remember, there's 6 ways to ask questions. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. That's it. Once you exhaust those 6, you can move on to the next level of the conversation. What do you think I've been trying to do with this black feminazi thing? I give you the history, the who, what, when, where, why, and how. So we can move the fuck on from the floor and get to rebuilding. You can't rebuild when your foundation is fucking broken. That's just, like, a lot of you niggas are dumb. And that's not you niggas in here, but a lot of these niggas is dumb. And that's the shit that pisses me off. There are niggas, those of us who have purposely been studying and keeping ourselves diligent to be prepared to lead. And then there's the dumb niggas who see what's going on, see they're losing their influence because they're ignoramuses, and they want to debo their way into an educational sphere. And niggas like me is not going to let you. We're not going to let you. We're going to verbally assault you. And then when it comes to putting up the dukes and fighting, when we have to, we're going to do that too. And we're going to gut you niggas. You're going to move out the way and stop slowing down this process. Get better. If you want to teach, start reading. Raise your reading comprehension, right? Context clues. Do you know what context? If you don't know what context clues are, after I just explained reading comprehension, let me show you. Ready? And this is what I just did post about. Context clues are hints that an author gives to help define a difficult or unusual word. The clue may appear within the same sentence as the word which it refers, or it follows in a preceding sentence. Okay, now they just gave you the definition of context clues. Now apply that to scripture. When it says precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, that's what it's talking about. Reading comprehension, context. For fuck's sake. Matter of fact, that's fucking genius. I gotta write that down. Line upon line. Line upon line equals reading comprehension / context clues. So the whole Torah is about waking up the mind, waking up the spiritual man, the conscious man within this physical body. That's what it's about. Okay? Once the conscious man is begins to awaken, right? That's when we can start doing shit like this. Alright? And y'all niggas gonna have to save this live because they won't let me save it. So y'all gonna have to figure out a way to save it. I'll put it up so you guys can use it. But what was I just saying? Reading comprehension. What was I just saying I was gonna show y'all? I'm not even high right now. I'm probably just fucking tired. What the fuck was I just talking about? Oh, line upon line, here a little, there a little. Fuck was I just saying? What the fuck was I just saying? My mind is racing. Like, I got so much shit I want to let off real quick because it's almost 5:30 and I got to actually do some real work. You know what I mean? Well, this is the real work, but I got to do this shit. Where the fuck is it, man? Oh, here it is. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so remember this? You remember this? Okay, this is dry bones, right? This is Ezekiel 37. This is Isaiah 53. No, this is Isaiah 53. Okay? This is Ezekiel 37. Just remember that. Ezekiel 37 is about the unwoken Israelite man. Okay? The inner man. The Torah is about waking up the inner man so that he's no longer an animal. Okay? What do I mean by animal? Meaning your five senses. You're locked into 5 sense perception of reality. Okay, where was I when I wrote that? Here we go. Okay. Who, what, remember who, what, where, when, why, and how? Okay. That governs the mind. Okay. What governs the body? Tasting, feeling, hearing, seeing, and smelling. There are more than 5 senses. I'm aware. I'm just giving you the basics, right? Who? Hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, and feeling. Okay? Animal men are locked into the body. Okay? You got to understand that they're locked into the body. They're unaware that they are a spiritual being. These are the type of dog-ass niggas that sleep with all types of women, don't care for none of the women, don't care for the woman as a human being, as a person. They only see the woman as ass. Do you understand? They're not aware. Even if you see the woman as ass, like me, sometimes I look like that. However, I still understand that there's a human being inside of that physical vessel. So I have to treat her with some type of dignity and respect. And hopefully she's able to treat herself with some type of dignity and respect to motivate me to keep doing so. Do you understand? All right. So 5 senses, right? Once you wake up from that point of being locked into those 5 senses, that's when you get to this area. And this area is like the wilderness, right? Or it's like you got a plot of land, and then you have the house or the mansion that you built on the plot of land, right? So this is the plot of land with no mansion. This is the mansion in the middle of being constructed. This is when the mansion is done being constructed. It's finished. You're living in it. Family good. Everything good. This is the point that Israelite men need to get to, right? And our women too. And the way our women can help our men get to this point from here to here is to help men shackle up the temptations that come with this. You understand? So if you're walking around, right, and sure, a man should be able to control himself, but most niggas can't. But you women don't understand your power. Instead of using your sexual influence, which is damn near the only influence you have on a man, the only control, instead of using it to motivate him to be better, the best him possible, you use it to manipulate him, to keep him in the animal state. And then you complain that there's no leaders. Because of you bitches. You talk about how powerful your pussy is, why don't you use it to do something? Instead of talking about how powerful it is. You understand? And on that note, I'm going to end this shit because I don't want to get fired. I still got to feed my family. All right? Deuces.